Good morning. My name is Rachel DeCita, and I'm the Regulatory Database Manager at ChemADVISOR. I'll be presenting the introduction portion of this webinar. We have 4 presenters today, myself, Percy Dufu-Shafiq, and Pam Maloney. They're regulatory compliance specialists. They're on the Links team here at ChemADVISOR, and Jennifer Diley, the regulatory database team leader. If you have any questions about this webinar, please email info@chemadvisor.com. We're going to collect all the questions we receive, and we will answer them, and we'll email the questions and answers to all registered participants after the webinar. This webinar has 4 sections: the introduction, presented by myself, the links maintenance portion, presented by Percy Dufu-Shafiq. She'll be discussing our procedures for adding and maintaining links, and some of the questions our team addresses when we're considering links for generic classes. Pam Maloney will be presenting the Using Links section. She'll provide detailed examples showing why links are so important to consider when examining substances for regulatory compliance. And finally, Jennifer Diley will be giving a short demonstration of how to perform searches in Lolly Desktop and Lolly Online using links. Okay, what are chemical links? Chemical links in Lolly are recommendations that we make to users as suggestions for further investigation for regulatory compliance. Pam has several examples she'll show, like how some ACGIH TLVs can be missed for specific chemicals, because the DLV is only available for a chemical class and not necessarily for a specific chemical. We base our links primarily on chemistry. Percy will go into detail with some examples showing our procedure for determining which links are valid for chemical classes. It's not feasible to provide regulatory-based links because we aren't able to answer pertinent questions that determine the validity of regulation-based links. An example is the labeling requirements for transportation vary based on transportation type, package size. These are all factors that must be taken into account when determining the relevancy of regulations to a specific chemical, something we can't do in a database product. So we link all possibilities and recommended that those links be investigated by the user to determine if they are relevant to them. We have different types of links. A few special cases of links that we call one-to-one links are links where we link one cast number to the other and vice versa. Some examples of these links are active to deleted cast numbers, like acetaminophen that you see up here. The active cast number, 10390-2, but there's a deleted registry number that CAST does not recommend you use, which is 8055081. However, in this case, Texas still uses this deleted CAST number. So we link the active CAST number to the deleted CAST number and vice versa. This way, no matter which CAST you're searching on, you will obtain the regulatory results for acetaminophen. Other occurrences of one-to-one links are allotropes, like carbon, graphite, diamond, and molecular and atomic cast numbers, like molecular and atomic oxygen. In Lolly, we link hydrates to their anhydrous cast numbers. Many chemical inventories, including the U.S. TSCA inventory, do not include hydrates. They consider the hydrate to be listed if the anhydrous chemical is listed, because it's so common to regulate the hydrate based on its anhydrous cast. We link the hydrate cast to the anhydrous to help find all regulations that cover these substances. Another type of link is that from a more specific cast to a less specific cast. The example here is xylene. The specific cast numbers for orthometaparxylene have been linked to the mixed isomer cast for xylene. Many regulations will only list the mixed isomer casts, but that effectively covers the specific isomers. So we link the specific isomer cast to the mixed isomer cast. I didn't put it on the slide here, but xylene also has a deuterated cast number. So we link all deuterated chemicals to their regular counterparts. So deuterated xylene, mixed isomers, is linked to xylene, mixed isomers. This is also the basis for another common linkage. I'll hear more about this from Percy. Components to their mixture cast. If there's a mixture of casts with 2 components, we link the component cast to the mixture cast. And here is the most common type of link, from a specific class to a generic category. Many regulations will list generic categories like lead compounds, and it's up to the user to remember which regulations cover their specific chemicals. So if you're looking for regulations covering lead sulfate, if you don't use links in your searches, you're going to miss out on important regulations like the NIOSH TWAs, NTP carcinogens, and so on. Pam will go into detail about that. Another type of link we have is from a more specific generic category to a less specific category, like the organic lead compounds linking to lead compounds that I have up here. Now, I'd like to turn this over to Percy Dufu-Shafiq, and she'll tell you more about our procedures for adding and maintaining links.